So today's talk is about the economic attack on Greece and the seizing of its assets by the IMF. So I apologise to any of the subscribers who are interested in the old bar wave. I just thought I'd put this together because I stumbled across something. I don't lay claim to knowing much about Greece or its economic situation, but something that jumped out at me. It was pretty obvious, so I thought that I'd just put a small video up. Obviously, anyone who's interested in this type of thing, my site is not going to be focused on any of this kind of stuff. It's just a one-off video. And so, why was there an attack on Greece? Obviously, it seems that the IMF are holding now some of Greece's assets as a security or guarantee. Obviously, its main industries, and again, I don't lay claim to knowing Greece that well or travelled there or any shape, although I do have a friend from Greece. It is tourism is well known. Quite a beautiful island, but it lacks any major industries. In fact, I think that parts of its agriculture are its main industry. Obviously, it's olive groves, and obviously its scenery as well for the tourism. But I'm not sure that the IMF are after that in any shape or form. They obviously like the extra virgin olive oil, the quality olive oil. So that's the thing that they would be particularly interested in, is the fine wines, champagnes, luxury cars, yachts, and stuff like that. But there is something that the Illuminati, the world elite, are interested in, and everybody really knows that, is the control of the world's oil. And also maintaining the world's oil in dollars, so those exchanges, money is then exchanged from one currency to another, and then back to other currencies throughout the world, and the dollar grows on the controlling the world's oil, and making vast sums of money. In fact, I think that America's main export is dollars itself. And so, off the Greek coast, recently they've found major oil reserves. And I think this exploration started in around 2000. These were tests, but recent scientific and economic conference has presented figures of approximately 22 barrels of oil in the Ionian Sea off the coast of western Greece, and 4 billion barrels off northern Aegean. They reckon that 10% could be exploited and have a financial business plan. So, of course, the best thing you can do, obviously it's not for the olive oil, but it is, sorry for putting the little cross up, but it's for control of Greek assets. So you enslave another nation, you get it debt burdened, and so you can buy Greek assets on penny on the cent on the dollar, or even worse than that, you can get it for next to nothing. You can create pieces of paper, which then enslaves a population. Greece is 15th in the world debt ratio. Currently, I think external debt is $500 billion. $500 billion, I think it is, so, which would be about 423 billion euros. But it's sitting on this vast expanse of oil. And so if Greece was a major producer, the dollar barrel would probably die out, and certainly there wouldn't be any point in trying converting euro barrels, which would be produced off in Greece or extracted from Greece, and then transferring them to dollars, only to transfer them back to euro to sell them to the European market. And so I did this little calculation. Obviously, this is assuming a zero cost for the extraction of oil, and obviously we know that that isn't. But on the conservative side, that if 10% were retrieved, then in euro barrels, you would be turning over 223 billion euros. That's at least half of Greece's national debt. If that figure was increased by 10%, it would pay off its natural debt. So it has resources off its shores that are large enough to pay its national debt. And obviously, pressure has been put on by the IMF to seize all these oil reserves, and also numbers of other national assets that Greece holds, and enslave its population, as the controlling elite would do. So the net result of this production of oil, and obviously we won't see any of this because they've already played their hands, and unless Greece decide to default on it and develop this industry within their own parliament, governments, and control this properly and serve their nation, we're not going to be seeing euro barrels of oil sold from the Greek oil fields, and it will be all converted back to dollars. There will be major petrochemical industries that hold this, and the bankers will profit from this, and the Greek people will be made to suffer. So again, as I do, I'd like to apologise for all the people who were interested in the Orban Wave research. It is a one-off. It became pretty clear to me that this is part of an attack on Greece itself, and unfortunately Greece sits on these oil reserves. So my good wishes are to all the Greek people, and I hope you can come through this with a parliament you can trust. Goodbye.